This is what I would say. It feels like you did come in there very, very hot. But I don't know if there was like something that like preceded that to start that. Like it seems like maybe
No,
you and the
I had
DK
just
dude
woken
have
up. I had not eaten. I had not smoked, and then I had woken up to that. So I was just like, like I was
so
just
we
like,
were cranky.
I was just going in hot.
gotcha.
That was it, you know. And then once it started, I was getting heat back in response. It was just like, we're just gonna go with it.
Drama in my Discord, right? And we'll get some people in for the Discord to talk about it because I know there's a couple of people that want to talk to me. Let me just explain a bit of history, okay? So if you're not interested in the Discord drama, this might not be of interest to you. But if you've not joined the Discord yet, please do, because it's good fun, okay? Okay, so let me just fill you in on a bit of history, okay, of the Discord. So my Discord started in November 2019, okay? Or December 2019. And it started off a certain way, and it was kind of like, you know, a bit more kind of far left leaning, you know, bit more sensitive, etc., 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 right? Now, obviously, since probably my controversy, when a bunch of people left my Discord because people accused me of things I didn't do, basically, it led to like this exodus from my Discord of a lot of kind of the woke lefties, which is good. You know, fuck them. If they don't want to be in the Discord and don't want to be in my community, get the fuck out of here, okay? It was boring and cringe, got it. And since then, it's definitely become, you know, a bit spicier. And we've always had kind of the same rules, though, which are kind of quite similar to other servers' rules, right? It's like no racism, homophobia, you know, etc., etc., right? It's the kind of rules you would expect from a Discord, you know. Racist, homophobic, transphobic, ableist, or otherwise bigoted slurs or rhetoric, threats of violence, pornography, etc., etc., right? We don't allow porn, for example, right? So anyway, people were getting kind of moderated for things which I would myself say on stream. And that to me was the kind of indication that like, hey, maybe the Discord isn't quite in line with like what my community is today. So I floated kind of a few ideas, and we spoke about this before. And it was like, well, what are we going to do? Because I don't want to completely change the entirety of the server. But, you know, I want people to have a bit more flexibility and a bit more freedom to speak a bit more freely. So what we decided is, okay, we'll do a spicy chat part of the Discord, which is where you can be a little bit more loosey-goosey. You still have to follow Discord TOS, okay? You still have to follow Discord TOS. But you can, you know, say retard if you want. It's not going to be moderated like it is in other parts of the server, right? And when we first introduced it, there was like a little bit of, you know, testing boundaries, right? Hey, thank you, Drug Alley. Appreciate that. There was a lot of testing boundaries and so on, and then eventually it kind of settled down, and there was kind of a rhythm of like what it was all about. And, you know, there's been a few issues here and there, but generally speaking, things have kind of moved along, right? However, the other problem that we've had is that the boundaries, whilst they were pushed kind of pretty hard at first by certain members, it kind of settled down. Over time, people have been slowly pushing like the boundaries of what spicy chat are. And also we had like some mods leave of their own accord. There was a particular drama with one mod that's now resolved, but that was a mess as well. And, you know, I myself has like made some mistakes. And the thing is like sometimes I'll get involved in like some shit that's happening in the Discord, and I don't make very good decisions sometimes. I don't know the ins and outs of all these people.
Welcome.
So I don't really know the best thing to do, and I make a decision and it's normally like not the best decision to make. So I decided that what I want to do is interact a bit more with the mod team, get some more moderators in, get some good moderators in, and have it that they just kind of run the Discord with DK as like the head person, because he's on the Discord a lot. He seems to know what's what. And, I trust DK on the whole. We've got disagreements about stuff, sure. And we've got different views on things sometimes. But generally speaking, I trust him to kind of like overlook the Discord, right? Now, we had like a mod meeting about a couple of days ago, right? And we discussed and clarified kind of what we wanted it to be and what we wanted it to kind of look like, right? Now, initially, it was basically that I was going to kind of moderate Spicy Chat, but that's not really worked and can't work. So now the mods moderate Spicy Chat, and they moderate it, to the standards we've kind of set. So you see here, if we go to the spicy rules, basically, it's a bit more lax. Discord community guidelines, no racial slurs of any kind or any other serious slur of any kind, even as a self-reference. And we also implemented this as well, because if someone is just like spamming shit or being annoying or something like that, we want to be able to say, hey, come on, let's move along and not ruin the entire chat or whatever, right? And we've also made it where you have to click this if you want to access it too. So it's kind of tightening up the rules. It's not like changed that much. And also I've had a look around, and if you look at other Discords, it's actually a lot less like harsh than other Discords are. So for example, I looked at Destiny's Discord, and Destiny's Discord is, more severe than this in terms of its moderation. Like, I was surprised to hear that apparently they've only just like officially allowed like the use of the word retard within the Discord, So anyway, what happened from there? Well, first of all, I need to bring this meme up, okay? So give me a sec. I need to find it. So, obviously, what with there being a bit more kind of oversight and stuff like that, there's been some questions and there's been some conversations about, what is and isn't allowed. Is this allowed? Is this okay? Etc., right? So anyway, someone posted this meme in the Discord, okay? And this, I think, is probably the start of some of the frustration, okay, at some of the recent discussion that's happened. So I don't know who this person is forever. Apparently they've, been around the Discord a little while, okay? And you can see it's cut off a little bit here, so you can't read this bottom bit, okay? So they've cut the meme off. Now, what's the full meme, though? What does the full meme look like, right? Well, it's this. This is the full meme. So, basically, I think we all know what's going on here, okay? This is supposed to be a trans woman, right? And this is, right, you get the meme, right? Now, let's just go back to the spicy chat rules, shall we? Okay? Should we have a quick look? Let's have a quick look at the rules again. Follow Discord community guidelines as well as terms of service. Okay? Discord community guidelines. Do not organize, promote, or participate in hate speech or hateful conduct. It's unacceptable to attack a person or community based on attributes such as gender identity, gender presentation. Which is what this meme explicitly does, right? this meme, posting this, even cut off, is a pretty explicit breach of Discord's terms of service, okay? It's literally as simple as that, right? And based on the reports that I got from some of the other moderators, this was apparently a pattern of behavior, okay? This was apparently a pattern of behavior, so I was like, we'll just ban them. Because I don't want people in the Discord that are like blatantly disregarding the Discord terms of service, because that's fucking crazy. You're just leaving yourself at risk for them posting a bunch of shit, it getting reported, and it having a negative impact on the server. And I've heard a lot recently about people's Discords getting banned and suspended, right? And I want to protect my Discord to make sure, you know, we don't have this problem. And this is what I mean about the spicy chat maybe moving too far in another direction, you know? It's like, I don't want it to get to the stage where people are pushing boundaries of Discord TOS to that level. Now, I'm okay with a little bit of boundary pushing, okay? I'm not like going to crack down on anything that could possibly be terms of service, because that would genuinely ruin the spirit of what's going on, right? But if you're posting memes that are just an explicit breach of this, which it is, does anyone disagree with me, by the way? Does anyone disagree that this meme is an explicit breach of this line of the terms of service? Does anyone disagree with that? You somewhat disagree? If you disagree, hop in the green room and I'll pull you in and we'll talk about it, okay? Oh, look, it's waiting already. Here we go.
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Right, so you disagree with my assessment that this is a breach of the terms of service, right?
Yeah, I do, because the TOS, and we all know this, it's intentionally vague so that they can ban anyone at any time. So the real argument that you should be having about anything posted is whether it poses a practical risk to the existence of the server.
I believe it does. Yeah, I think it does.
I don't think it does, because Elijah Schaefer posted the meme on Twitter, and it's been there for days. That's where he got it from. It's, you know, it's big tech approved. It's a big tech approved meme.
Well, Twitter think it's okay. That doesn't mean a Discord are going to think it's okay.
Yeah, but I don't know.
The wording of this is pretty clear. You can't attack people for gender presentation, and that meme is doing exactly that.
Well, I guarantee you Twitter has the exact same thing, and they think it's okay. So the letter of the TOS is kind of meaningless. It's about whether it's likely to get the server banned, right?
Yeah, sure. Well, my assessment is there's a risk it could, yeah. Alongside all the other stuff they're posting, and also they're pushing boundaries consistently, it seems. So it doesn't seem like someone will want to have a round.
Okay. So just on the pushing boundaries, he specifically, so he was warned a few nights ago for making what people saw as obsessive jokes about trans genitals specifically. So when he posted that meme, he did crop it to specifically remove the reference to trans genitals. So to me, that seems like he's making an effort to stay within the boundaries, but.
Well, no, he's just trying to push. No, come on, he's trying to push. Yeah, you know what's going on, right? He's trying to post stuff that he knows is probably going to be disagreeable, but he's trying to do it in such a way as to be within the rules to the letter of the law, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's spicy chat, right?
Yeah, but spicy chat doesn't mean that you engage in reckless behavior that could fuck with the server, right?
That's what I'm saying. Is it seems like he wasn't being reckless. He was trying to limit his language.
Okay, well, what about this then, right? What if someone posted a cropped image of, say, the Happy Merchant? Do you think that would be acceptable?
How cropped is it?
Cropped enough that you can't see. If you didn't know what it was, you wouldn't necessarily know what it was. But if you know, you know.
I'd probably say that's probably, you could probably get away with that, right? If it's just a little bit of the image, and it's just like,
well,
just
this is the thing, right? You've got no fucking investment in this, right? Apart from just having a chat that you can enjoy. But this is my whole Discord server, so it's easy for you to sit there and be like, oh, it'll probably be okay, right? I'm happy to accept to a certain level. But if it's the happy merchant, fuck that shit. I'm not fucking with that. No, that person's getting fucking banned.
If your argument is just like, this is just my opinion where I draw the line, then I mean, that kind of kills the whole conversation about it. But my point is that I don't see that I've seen cases where people have been banned for posting like 1/10 of the happy merchant image anywhere. Like,
but the point is, it's not just about the meme in itself, right? It's a pattern of behavior. And what I'm trying to get across to you is that if someone is doing that, to me, that's someone that's pushing boundaries in a way that isn't just like playfully memeing or something like that, but it's posting stuff which would explicitly be against TOS in its totality. And they're just kind of playing to try and just fit within the guidelines, right?
But isn't that the whole point, is to make sure that you stay within the boundaries? Like, yeah, he's going all the way to the end of the boundary, but the crop shows that he is trying to stay within the boundary. Like, I fully understand your point, but he is going out of his way to stay within the boundaries. Now, we can say that we know exactly what he's doing, and we all do, but he is within the boundaries.
Like I say, if someone's within the boundaries, but their behavior seems to indicate this is something they constantly do and they're pushing right up against it, then that's a risk to the server because they're constantly trying to push what that boundary is, in ways that are pretty bad, right? Like posting that meme cropped. We all know what's going on there. We all know what they're trying to say.
Yeah, and I will say that he has been warned, and I can understand, like, taking... I can see this when I was arguing with DK about it. Like, I can see, like, giving, like, a timeout or something, but I think that when he's shown an effort to try and stay within the boundaries, to then turn around and perma, that seems odd.
But he's not staying in the boundaries because he respects the boundaries, right? He doesn't really care about the boundaries. He wants to push the boundaries.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they're within the boundaries, I don't really care about the... I guess maybe you do care about the motivation for staying within the boundaries. Like,
the reason it's important, because I know you said this during this conversation, but the reason it's important is because if I'm looking at someone that's using the Discord, if someone's being a bit cheeky or someone's, memeing or something like that, and it's kind of like fairly reasonable, and I think it's fairly reasonable, that's okay. But if I see someone who is pushing boundaries, and it seems to be in a way that my impression of that is that they are doing it in a more, what's the right way to put it? Not malicious way, but they're doing it in a way that it's like a consistent pattern of behavior that they're doing this. Does that make sense?
I guess
yeah, okay, go for that. Yeah.
I was going to say, but I guess the point is, if he's been warned, which he was, that, hey, you need to fucking knock this off, whatever, which I think is completely reasonable. But then he is staying within the boundaries, even though he's pushing right up against the wall of the boundaries. If he's been warned, hey, stay within the boundaries, yes, he's copying shit, we know what he's doing, but he is technically still within the boundaries. Shouldn't you have to wait for him to, even if he just puts a pinky over the boundary, then ban his ass? But shouldn't you have to wait for him to do that beforehand?
To me, if someone's been warned, hey, knock this off, and the thing that they're doing following that is they're pushing right up against the boundary again, that to me is indicative of someone who is a risk because they're going to engage in this risky behavior despite being warned. So to me, I'm like, we'll just get rid of them then. Like, why would I risk that? Why would I be like, oh, this person's been warned that they're, putting the server, well, not putting the server risk, but they're breaking the kind of limited rules we have already, and then they're going, right, okay, I'm going to go back in, I'm going to push up to the boundary again. Yeah, to me, I'm like, well, that's why keep that person in? It seems that all they're trying to do is just, push against this boundary, rather than going, oh shit, I've pushed it too far, I better rein it back in.
But he did go, Kuman.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, I don't think that you're ascribing this sort of like he's just going back in and trying to push up against boundary. I think the way this guy operates in chat is he just seems to see memes and then just post them and then maybe discusses them with people for like 5 minutes after. That's his general chat behavior. So he's seen this meme, he wants to post it in the chat. He's been given a warning about a specific thing, talking about trans genitals. He's removed that aspect from the thing he wants to post, and then he's posted it. That doesn't feel to me like that's like, oh, he's just trying to post like, get as close to posting swastikas and Nazi rhetoric as possible. It seems to me like he's just reacting the same way he normally would, but he's put this taper on it to stay just ever so slightly within the rules, right?
Okay. Well, I've not seen I've not seen this behavior that you're describing. Is there any like moderator in chat that's got any insight into this that can come in and say something?
Sure.
Because I don't know either way, and I don't want to have to go back through all the fucking Discord messages of like, did he post a meme and then discuss it afterwards? Does anyone have any insight on this either way?
Sure. I mean, Revolt's in the waiting room. He's always in chat. I mean, he could probably.
Oh, hey Revolt, how's it going?
Some of the people.
Me and Revolt were in the middle of something, so he might have been finishing that up.
Sorry, my bad. Hey
No,
Revolt, how's it going? Revolt, sorry, we brought you in because Creeman said you might have some insight into the behavior, because they're saying that they would like post a meme that was controversial, but then they'd discuss it, which, potentially could make me think, well, maybe we were a bit overcautious to ban this person. Maybe you can give us some insight.
So what I said about Forever was that he'll post a meme and then maybe for like 5 or 10 minutes we'll stick around in chat and discuss it and then bounce. Is basically his chat behavior.
Yeah, I mean that's consistent. 100%. What I've recognized, like his pattern of behavior has been. However, like he's also like constantly like he's a like a line stepper. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna like find out where the line is and go just slightly over it all the time, constantly. But like,
well, that was my perception, and that's what I was trying to get at, right?
In his defense, and to the Coinman's point is that like he will also stand around and either like defend the claim and stay like in good faith, I guess, argue the point better than other people. But for sure they are like a yikesy poster and intentionally so.
Okay. What do you gain from having spicy chat for your brand?
I mean, it's just a place where people can, have a little flexibility to meme a bit and not feel as constricted by terms of service and stuff like that.
Okay, but can I just posit something? Yeah, when it comes to your brand, all you're doing is saying, my brand is one where your borderline bigotry is okay. Bring it in.
That's been Chud's brand since day one, by the way. The only reason people watch Chud is for that.
I'm talking to Chud.
I mean, I can answer the question for you.
I want to hear Chud's reaction, not your dumbass chatter's reaction.
I mean, all 371 people in here right now know that the only reason people watch Chud is because he's edgy.
That is not true. I have people in his chat literally asking me to advocate for him to take away spicy chat. So speak for yourself, dude.
Yeah, well, we can ban the soys.
Okay, so can you shut up now, DK?
DK, come on, let me
about that analysis.
All right, go ahead.
Sorry, DK distracted
DK acts like this motherfucker knows about content creation because he likes to say retard.
I had more average viewers on Twitch than
you. Oh my god, can we
stop? I don't care about the dick contest.
Just shut up. Hey, I know way more about it than you.
Let's just chill. Let's just chill. Whoa. Slow down.
Shut the fuck up.
Slow down, okay?
I'm talking to Chud,
let me listen to what Rhyzom's got to say, okay? Sorry, Rhyzom, go on.
Okay, well, yeah, I think you understand. Like, you're associating your brand with bringing in people who are just trying to look for a safe space to practice their borderline bigotry. And the idea of, like, oh, well, they're going to learn, they're going to get educated. It's like, at what cost? Like, what, you can just DM them. You can delete the message. You can be like, hey, this is why this isn't okay. We can talk one-on-one if we want to. You have a mod team for that. You don't need to, like, have your community do that. And it doesn't seem like your community wants to do that. It seems like some people are like, yo, this chat should not exist.
But the thing is, I think people have misunderstood because, and this is why, one of the reasons we've wanted to step in and kind of, it's supposed to be somewhere where it's like just a bit more flexible. It's not supposed to be a place where you can come in and post some fucking transphobic meme and cut it off and it's okay. So that's why we took like a strong line on it. If someone was posting a meme and they were criticizing it or discussing it, that's fine, that's one thing. But if you're posting a meme, which is pretty explicitly transphobic, to provoke a reaction and to push boundaries, well, that's another. And I'm not really looking to have people like that, use the chat in that way.
Yeah, but doesn't spicy chat just invite that, is my point, right? Like, you can still have that. You can still my advocacy is you can still have that in your community. You can still have edgy memes, but cordoning it off says, this is where the bigots should go. And also, it feels like because like you're not somebody who has a lot at stake in this, it feels like these are just fun issues to discuss when like there's shit at stake for people when it comes to these issues.
But the thing is like, I want a place where people can go and The main
you
reason...
You want a place where misunderstood, borderline bigots can come in and post shit.
No! Wait, mate, why the fuck are you saying that? No! Why are you putting this on me? I don't believe that at all. Where the fuck are you getting that from?
Then tell me what you believe, because that's on the outside looking in, what it seems like, dog.
Okay, well, you've got totally the wrong idea about this. We've not even fucking spoken about this.
Okay, so correct my idea. Yeah, correct.
Well, yeah, but why the fuck are you just stating it like that? That's not what I think at all.
I'm telling you what it seems like. People can have a perception of how things seem. And when you defend Spicy Chat the way you do, it seems like you really think it's a beneficial thing to have borderline bigots come into space and have their minds change. That seems like what it is.
It's nothing to do with that. It's literally nothing to do with. I'm thinking.
Tell me what it is. Right.
Okay.
So tell
fundamentally,
me what it is.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll tell you. Fundamentally, what it came down to originally is that people wanted to use certain language, right? Certain less serious slurs, like say retard, and they wanted to use it, and they kept getting in trouble because they were using it in the server. So I thought, okay, well, let's have somewhere where it's a bit more stripped back, and we're just really hardcore going for like, you know, terms of service, say.
It was literally just the R slur.
I mean, yeah, that's what it really came down to. You know, plus maybe
well,
some
it doesn't say R slur chat. It says Spicy Chat. What do you think people interpret that as?
Well, they
I mean, you could even
just
ask your chat right now. Like, well, let's ask chat right now. Chat, do I have a point? Give me a 1 if you feel like the way that I'm feeling is valid and is a perception that other people might have of the community, and give me a 2 if you think I'm just toying out. Like.
So, Rhyzohm.
Oh, look how many ones you got, dude. Like, wow.
There's a lot of ones in chat.
Appeals to chat and gets the number they want. Crazy.
Wow, so, yeah, appeals to the community that this Discord is a part of. Holy shit. Shouldn't the community be posting a bunch of 2s then? Isn't this, you know what I mean? Like,
the community just wants whatever brings the most spice. Obviously.
So, Rhyzohm.
Okay, that's the dumbest take.
Wait, how is that the dumbest take? Please indulge me.
Because the community wants to hang out in the Discord and feel like it's a place they want to hang out. So those are the people who are posting the ones, you dumbass.
And they can do that.
I don't know
that's
any
the
of
whole
these
point of
posting ones.
They can do that in general chat.
Exactly. There's a general chat, and there's a lot of, it's like super active. There's a lot of people in there, and there's a lot of people in there that don't come into the Spicy Chat. And the thing is about Spicy Chat too is necessarily not looking for bigotry or racism or anything like that, but it's the point of like being able to have a contentious debate that's not going to be like dissuading to other people that will just want to be hanging out, right?
You really think that impact is more significant? So you think Kuiman, who you were telling me was like super transphobic, Kuiman, are you better now?
I'm not super transphobic. What?
Like where do you, how have you been convinced, or are you still just on the same page?
Like, I've never been super transphobic. That is the biggest cap I've ever heard.
Well, I'm getting this information from Revolt, so
I'm like, the most you could say is I'm like transmed, maybe.
Okay, well that is transphobic, so there you go. You just explained it.
That's hard cope, sure.
Okay, all right, dude. So, Chud, I think if you really think this is unanimously a good idea to have a Spicy Chat and harbor this kind of community where this shit's gonna happen, go for it. I think it's a brand risk, and I think all you're doing is placating people with borderline bigoted beliefs in your community to have a safe space to post those beliefs and then justify them after the fact to everybody else who has a problem with them.
Okay, well, I guess what I'd ask, Rhyzohm, is have you ever looked in Spicy Chat?
Yeah.
What have you seen that's bothered you?
Well, what are you talking about?
Well, you seem to have like this perception of what it is. So what have you seen specifically in
the
Spicy Chat?
There were 2 memes specifically that I can point to if you really want me to. So the one you posted today, obviously, is bad. You have a problem with it too. But there was that dude from before who came in there and was posting women who were like from indigenous tribes in response to people and just like posting that as a meme.
He was banned within like an hour, literally.
Okay, you still invited that in the Discord. I don't understand.
I mean, someone could come and post that anywhere, right? Like, you know, people are going to still come in and abuse the rules. Someone could come in and go into Spicy Chat and type out like the M-word hard R, and you know, they'll get banned for that.
Right. So I guess I have no argument. I guess I'm being oversensitive. I guess people aren't.
Wait, Rhyzohm, why are you getting
Spicy Chat as a place for potential bigotry?
I mean,
do you think my argument has merit or no? Do you think my argument has merit or no? That's all I'm trying to get you to agree to. Do you think my argument has merit or no?
The way you framed it, no, I don't think it does. I think that there's definitely concerns. Then. No, Rhyzohm, I feel like you're acting a bit childish here because all I'm doing is responding to you and you're getting all fucking angry about it. And I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to respond to you.
I just feel like it's a very straightforward thing for brand building, man. I really do.
So,
Right, okay.
Rhyzohm, I have a
Not
question
everyone's
for you.
brand is the same sanitized thing.
No, sorry. Let me just respond. Sorry. What I want to respond.
Yeah, everyone, especially people like Chud and I, are trying to grow, which means that we have to have, to some extent, something marketable. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think you guys market the same thing. I'm sorry.
But wait. No, that's okay. All I'm trying to say is that, like, yes, there's been some issues with some of the stuff that's been posted. It sounds like some of the stuff we've dealt with already. Obviously, people have come on and convinced me that I'm wrong about this forever person. I need to go back and look in more detail myself to see if what people are saying are true. Because, yeah, the idea isn't that you just go in and post provocative memes to push boundaries. The idea is, if you want to have like a conversation about, say, trans people in sports and it's respectful or whatever, that's fine, as long as you don't use slurs, etc. I wouldn't even have a problem if people want to go in there and discuss like the idea that, doctors are, transing people or something like that, as long as it's done in a respectful way without slurs. So, those kind of conversations I think would be fine to have in there. But if people are just posting memes and shit, then yeah, that's not really on.
Listen, I just hope you get what you want out of it. And it seems like a lot of people in your community are very, very much against the idea and feel uncomfortable by it. There were people adding me before I said I was going to come in here. We had all the ones in chat just there. I don't really give a fuck about how many people are saying that I'm soying out right now, because all you guys are looking for is just a space to post your spiciest shit. Who gives a fuck about you? I give a fuck about Chud and the image that he has and whether or not he can continue doing his shit.
So, Rhyzohm, question for you, or a couple questions. So, one, do you think that it's so? Recently, Spicy Chat is now opt-in, right? Do you think that helps at all? Does that change?
Oh yeah, no, I do. That definitely does. That is a good move. I do agree with that.
And then two, and only because I'm pretty sure you have it. Like, so in Spicy VC, there's a couple other people that I won't drop names, but are the line crossers in the server. And when they come into Spicy VC and they try to toe the line and whatnot, I would say that they pretty much always just get like shot down. Like, there's one dude who, is defending Prince Andrew and saying that everything that happened, on Epstein Island was an okay thing. And I think that guy got BTFO'd like within the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, I trust your read of it. I trust your read of that.
So don't you think it's like, I understand that you're concerned that it's going to get too bad, but it does seem that, at least for the most part, that it
No, it's not concerned that it's going to get too bad. It's when you read Spicy Chat, what does that mean? It means safe space for borderline bigotry or borderline posts. That's what that means.
But I think that's not. But the thing is, I think
what else does
I understand
it mean?
that's your impression.
Mean, yeah.
Well, like I said, the reason it originally came about was not for borderline bigots to come and post stuff. Like, people that aren't bigots might like want to use the word retard, right? And I want to give people a space to kind of do that, because I say it sometimes. I know it's a bit naughty, it's a bit cheeky or whatever, but like, I want to give people a space to do that because it kind of reflects my community somewhat, right? Now, what I'm not looking for is, as I say, people to come in and post like a transphobic meme. Appreciate some people disagree with my decision, and I can look back at the post from this person. But, that kind of stuff is not what it's there for. And there's probably been stuff that if I looked at it, I'd probably go, I'm a bit uncomfortable with that, and I might have taken action. And the whole point of like having a chat with the moderation team is really just saying, look, we need to just really firm what these guidelines are and make sure that people aren't doing shit that is, beyond what kind of I would want from it. Because the rules are definitely more lax than you would find there in another lefty server. But I don't, this characterization that's just there for like bigots to come and post stuff, I don't know how someone could look at Spicy Chat and come to that conclusion when most of the conversation that happens in there is just normal convo that's a bit spicier with a few more swear words that some people don't like.
It just seems like every time we discuss it, people are dropping the N-word, people are fucking posting transphobic shit, people are posting racist shit.
Wait, who's dropping the N-word?
Yeah. Saxon.
Yeah, they got banned for that.
Right, after saying it how many times? And after saying it on your stream, too.
Okay, 6 times with this.
Yeah, bro, we just wantonly let people do it.
Let me just give you a bit of insight into that, okay? Because I feel like you jump into all these conclusions, right? Savuxon said it on my stream a couple of months ago, right? He never said anything to me, never reached out to me, never said anything to me or apologized, okay? He reached out to me after like a month or so and said sorry, okay? And so I unbanned them from Twitch chat. This is on YouTube. I unbanned them from Twitch chat, and I'm always up for giving people a second chance. So I thought, okay, we'll let them back into the Discord and see.
Oh, apparently Forever Wild says even your editor posted it in chat. LMAO. I gotta start using your own chat
N-word?
because I don't have enough knowledge.
That never happened.
What's pissing me off right now?
Also, I
is,
timed that person.
Right.
Who's talking?
Can we
What's pissing me off right now?
I was
What's
just
pissing
trying
me
to.
off right now, Chud?
Yeah.
What's pissing me off right now, Chud, is that I'm like, seems like you're inviting the wrong kind of stuff. It seems like you think you might be inviting the wrong kind of stuff. It seems like you're having a conversation.
Well, you've not even let me finish explaining, to be honest, mate. You've just fucking cut me off to read a message from chat. You know how fucking disrespectful that is. Why don't you let me explain, and then you can come to a conclusion.
You want to talk about how disrespectful your chat's being to me, too? You want to talk about that?
I'm sorry, mate. What do you want me to do about chat being fucking mean to you? What do you mean? Is there something that's against TOS or something that's other than that? What am I supposed to do? Oh yeah, chat being chat don't like what you say. What do you want me to do about the fact that chat don't like what you're saying and are fucking calling you soy? What do you mean? I'm being respectful to you. You're being disrespectful to me. Chat is a separate entity to that interaction, right? Okay, I'm not my chat, am I?
You're not what?
I'm not my chat. I'm saying you're being disrespectful to me, and your response to me is you're letting chat be disrespectful to me.
You're just a community full of people who are like, oh, someone's got a legitimate concern about people getting hurt. Soy!
Oh, so you don't like people saying soy to you? Is that the issue?
No, when I'm like, oh, I'm kind of legitimately concerned about something, and it seems like your community's also legitimately concerned, and the only pushback is, what a weak pussy bitch ass motherfucker.
Well, every time someone tries to debate it with you, you tell them to shut the fuck up.
Wait, DK, please, just shut the fuck up, okay? Jesus Christ.
Wow, it's not just me, DK.
Okay. Right, let's calm the temperature. I'm sorry for getting frustrated, okay? Let's just tone it down and I'll respond to what I was saying, right? So Svukson was given a second chance because I thought, hey, this guy fucked up on stream, but I'm all up for giving people a second chance. Let them back in, right? I think whilst I was sleeping, this person, Svukson, was in a voice chat and they said the N-word hard R, and they got banned for it. I think they said it, and a mod said, hey, come on, what are you doing? And they did it again, and then they got banned. They're not getting unbanned.
I was there, and what happened was he was repeating what he said on stream, and then trying to figure out what the name of the song was that he was quoting, and talking to an imaginary Alexa, pretending he was asking it for the song, but there was no Alexa there. He was just saying the lyrics again and again.
And then the only mod that was in there at the time was Nina, who was on her phone, I believe. So it took her like a little bit to work out how to ban somebody on mobile. But like,
I mean, to be honest with you,
the ultimate point is we're responsible enough to handle this.
The fact that someone in my voice, the fact that someone in the Discord voice chat said the N-word and got banned without me being there is a pretty good indicator that, yeah, you know, sure, there's problems, it's not perfect, but Jesus, like, that's a pretty fucking big deal, right? The fact that someone said it in a voice chat and got banned.
Why did that happen in Spicy Pit? And why did that not happen in another channel? It's because they think it's okay.
Well, nobody was
thinking
where everyone hangs out.
Everybody
they think it's okay.
I mean, it says in the rules. It says in the rules, pretty explicitly. What does it say here?
Yeah, of course.
No racial slurs of any kind or other serious slurs of any kind. So, like,
right?
It's
I don't
not
have
as if it's the
people
Wild
popping
West.
in my Discord or like other various Discords and feeling like it's an okay place to drop the N-word. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, people come into Discord and say the N-word, right? I mean, the big mistake is trusting.
A specific case. Let's not act like Saxon is a random person. Saxon has a history. He's well known in the community. He's a part of Mr. Girl's community. He's well known for being that guy who wants to have that conversation. And he's like, oh, this is the place where I can talk about what the ethics of the N-word in Chud's chat because it's the spicy chat and that's what this is for.
I mean, if people don't read the rules, that's on them. It quite clearly is in the rules. But secondary to that, the mistake would be that I gave him a second chance. I'm too trusting, I guess. But that would be the error to point out. The fact that when someone was there and did that is, I don't know. I'm like, well, yeah, that's what should happen. You know? I don't know. Like, I understand where you're coming from, but it just feels
Where am I coming from? Where do you understand? Yeah.
Well, I think that you thinking that this spicy chat thing was maybe some sort of effort to, like, you know, moderate racists or get bigots in and you know, they got...
No, I don't think that was the attempt. I don't think that was the attempt at all.
Right, okay, well, that's... Okay, maybe I got that a bit wrong. But it seems like you think that this space creates a bit of a beacon for people to come and just be bigoted.
Yes, because of the name and because of the type of, like, overlap you have with communities who do that type of shit already.
Yeah, but I think the thing is like the way the rules are there, and if you don't read the rules and do something that's kind of on you, you should read the rules. And secondly, whilst there probably has been stuff that has been let slide because the moderation hasn't been quite as on point as I want it to be. That's my fault, not anyone else's, for not, getting this directly oversight or whatever. We've now got a much more of a structure in place so that this kind of stuff that is against the rules is being dealt with. And since we've had this conversation and we put a bit more focus on it, there's been a flurry of activity in mod chat. Is this okay? Is that okay? What about this? What about that? Even to the point where people were seemingly doing some like good-natured racial humor against each other. And I said, yeah, it's probably best to cut that out just to be on the safe side. So if people are doing that, tell them to knock it off. If it's good-natured, just a warning. If people keep doing it, timeout, ban, etc. So, yeah.
Yeah, so here's the thing for me. Like, you know me, and I can enjoy my edgy memes, and know that I like that kind of humor too. But am I going to include that as a part of my Discord? No. Why? Because I don't want people to associate that with my brand. And I think that's just a safe move. I don't think you're going to get away with like,
this brand
I'm trying to be as
wait. No, it's not.
Holy fucking shit.
Listen, Rhyzom's fair enough. No, Rhyzom's fair enough to bring it up, okay? It's a fine point to bring up. The point I would make is there's stuff that I would say on stream that I wouldn't allow in my Discord. So, sure, I don't, because the thing is, the way I look at it is if I'm on stream and I say something, that's on me. It's my responsibility. But like, if you're in a Discord and you post something and it breaches TOS and it fucks everyone over because Discord gets deleted, well, you've just fucked everyone over, right? So, it is a bit tighter than what I would say on stream. But even so, like, yeah, I just don't think it's an issue to have a bit of a space where people can be a bit more flexible without going too far. Hopefully, that's the intent.
Yeah, hopefully. I just don't think that that's possible, and I don't think from an outside looking in, it's going to make you look good, and it's going to make you look like you have the right intentions, and that's where my concerns lie. Because I know you're not a racist person. I know people who are talking there aren't racist, besides maybe that person who posted the fucking indigenous women or whatever. But like, you invite it. I think that you'd be pretty like dumb to say you don't invite it, and that everyone reads the rules and has a clear understanding of what is and is not okay. Like, that's just not how it works.
It's so dishonest to keep characterizing that guy as a part of the Discord, given he was here for like less than an hour before he got banned.
And the fact that he got banned, I think, is proof that it works.
Okay, Saxon. Let's talk just about Saxon then.
Again,
we'll just talk about Saxon.
Like immediately, both times.
What are you talking about? First time he was in there? Okay, listen. First time he was in there. Why don't we talk about Kuiman? Sure, let's talk about Kuiman. I don't even know the history though. That's why I can't.
We go over a trial. Let's do it.
Well, I don't know. I don't know enough about Kuiman.
Well, listen. Okay, obviously you've presented some testimony about Forever. I just want to ask you. I looked through some of the response. I'm not looking to moderate for past behavior, but I just wanted to ask a question. Kuiman, it seems like there was a few times when there was like, say, you were talking to a black person and you referred to them as a nagger. Nagger. Can you just?
I wonder what that means.
Oh, that's just.
What did you mean by?
Chud. That's just spicy though, Chud.
What did you mean? What did you mean by that?
I mean, like, when someone's nagging you a lot, like they're being really annoying, asking you to do something.
Right.
Like that's what it means.
You know what's so funny? Actually, I have a screenshot of a time that you admitted that the word nagger is just used in lieu of the N-word. You've admitted that.
Yeah, I've admitted many things.
Yeah, so aren't you being a little dishonest there?
I walk that all back. That was a lie.
Oh, okay, so it's not a safe place for people to post the N-word, but it's a safe place for people to supplant the N-word with nagger.
It's not anymore. It's not anymore. It's been made clear.
Basically, that was that happened, and I don't agree with that. Because the thing that people don't understand about like the racial humor stuff is that if you allow a little bit, you then allow a little bit more, and then you allow a little bit more. Like for example, I don't care.
Isn't Spicy Chat just opening the floodgate? Isn't it just opening the tap?
Well, maybe the tap's been open too much, and I've come along, and I'm with my mod team. I'm saying let's turn it back a little bit. The pendulum swung too far one way, and the thing is like I could just delete it and say right, we'll go back to how it was before. But then I'd probably have to like alleviate the rules broadly of the chat so that people don't get penalized for like, saying a word in my Discord that I would say on stream. I think that's not quite right. So I think that having it sectioned off, having it as opt-in, and having most of my mods are in there quite a lot, I think that it can be kind of regulated so that, and this is why we're finding that people like Kuiman are annoyed because they feel like it's being destroyed or being ruined, but it's not. It's just being reset. The pendulum's being reswept from how far it's gone to being a bit more back towards the middle.
Okay, so I don't even know why you're arguing with me so hard because you seem to agree with me completely. What you just said means you entirely agree with me that it can go too far, that it can invite the wrong things, and people can get the wrong impression.
Well, no, wait.
You literally
you
are
didn't
saying
say
everything
that.
I'm saying.
No, you didn't say that originally. You were talking about borderline bigots. You were talking about borderline bigots. Don't do that thing where you fucking don't. I'm not saying what you said and you're going, well, you agree with me. Because you were talking about borderline bigots.
Sure. Would you not call Kuiman somebody who's posting nagger as opposed to the hard R N-word a bigot or a borderline bigot or trying to practice borderline bigotry?
Kuiman's just an edgelord. I don't think he's a bigot.
Okay, that's where you and I differ. That's where
it's highly context dependent, right?
Is it?
I said that same stuff. Is a nagger, absolutely.
I said that same stuff to Jannies that I know are white anyway. I called them naggers.
Wait, what did you just say? Who's a nagger?
You call white people the N-word too, so that makes it okay.
Sorry, who's a nagger? Sorry?
Oh, Jellicle is a bit can be sometimes.
Would you call me a nagger?
No, I haven't seen you nag much.
Right now, yes, absolutely.
Come on, let's listen.
Let's
tone it. Listen. Let's just.
Rhyzohm is absolutely being
I think a key question you need to ask, Chud, is you've had this spicy chat for 2 months. Do you feel like it has changed your community in terms of being this beacon for bigots to flood the server? And I guess you've got the mods here to answer that question as well. If they feel like the community has declined ever since or not.
I think it's pretty much all the same people, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a small community. It hasn't grown substantially.
And to be honest, since the spicy chat was introduced, I wasn't here all that much before it was a thing. But it feels like the server's been a lot more active since it was introduced.
Well, yeah, I think the thing is the other channels aren't used as much anymore, which is kind of disappointing. Because general chat has got the same rules as it's had for years now. But I think it's just indicative that people just aren't particularly, they want a space where they can cut loose a little bit and not be so tightly kind of moderated.
It's also something to be said about, this is a lefty space, and as such, anybody who has any kind of right wing idea is seen as being a Nazi or whatever, and they'll catch flack for that, whether or not their ideas are actually bigoted or just standard right.
You mean in Twitch poll or in Chud Cord?
Twitch poll, just about every Discord, it treats it the same way in this space.
Okay, I'd be surprised if that was Chud Cord, but I don't disagree for all of Twitch poll.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying in Twitch poll in general. So people who are right leaning or whatever tend to end up in spicy chat simply on the basis of they're not getting dogpiled for just having an opinion on something.
Okay.
But the thing is there's even potential to maybe add more rules depending on how people kind of act as well. So it could become even more restrictive. It's all whether people can, be adult about it and not just needlessly push boundaries and be stupid.
I feel I want to hear more examples. So we got the Kuiman N-word. What's another example?
I don't know. Jellicle's probably a good person to ask about this.
Yeah, I want Jellicle. He's got the eyes.
Through Revolt's racist history as well. Don't people here?
Enough about his racist past.
Right.
Yeah. You're hurting your own argument, Kuiman, when you bring up Revolt's racist past. Do you know that?
Yeah, but I'm just saying that this is how spicy chat is, but people in there aren't racist. There's people that Rhyzohm knows aren't racist. They're going to be saying shit that he probably wouldn't like in the spicy chat. That's just kind of the way it is.
Wait, what do you mean I don't like? Right. Have you ever been to my channel? Okay, let me just dispel this right now. I enjoy edgy humor. When you donate $4.20 to my channel, you literally get blackface memes.
I don't watch.
I understand edgy humor. Okay, good, cool. You don't know. You don't watch. Now know this. I enjoy edgy humor. It's about the outside looking in. It's not about the inside looking in.
Okay. Well, you seem to have an issue.
seems to agree that the outside looking in is a problem. When you let the tap open a little bit, and you just keep letting the tap open a little more, it's going to eventually be an issue.
Okay.
But do you recognise that's a different argument to what you presented initially?
What I presented initially was it seems like it's a safe space for bigots on the outside looking in. Just put that in parentheses. The same fucking argument.
Okay, so that's how you feel about it, and that's fine. And I've demonstrated that it's not a safe space for bigots, so there we go. You don't have to worry about that anymore.
Well, you've demonstrated that it's a safe space for borderline bigots when you got a dude calling people naggers.
Okay, if Chud does fucking digital blackface on stream, what would you... That's not borderline bigotry?
No, it is. Of course it is. But Chud's there to talk about it, and
community reflects that.
But that will.
Right.
That being
and
said,
I trust
wouldn't.
Chud because Chud can talk about it. I've heard his take on it.
And you
I
should
know
trust
Chud's an
his mods
absurdist.
to moderate
I don't
that
trust
stuff.
some random ass people on the internet to be posting blackface memes in a Discord.
I mean, this is a
That's
good
why
example,
Chud sets
right?
the rules and his moderators moderate it.
If someone like because that's the example of where I might do something on stream and it's kind of do what I say, not what I do. Because if someone did that in my Discord, you know, I might take an issue with that potentially, and that some might see that as hypocrisy, perhaps. But the difference is that I'm responsible for my conduct on stream, and you and I'm subject to Twitch's TOS. And if I break it, well, that's kind of on me, right? I'm gonna fuck up my own life doing that. But if someone in my Discord does it and it goes down the wrong way and gets reported and it ends up having some impact on the server, well, that's gonna fuck a lot of other people over, and it's not just yourself that's affected by it, right? So there's definitely going to be limits on what people in the Discord can do versus what I do. But that being said, I think the thing is like the blackface thing. I don't know if it's a great example of it, but it's just that sometimes stuff that I say that is like maybe a bit offensive or people might get upset by, but isn't like super hardcore bad, right? I just want people to be able to do that in my Discord because that kind of reflects my community better. And the part I do agree with is, it's gone a bit too far, and there's stuff that I've seen in there now that I'm like, geez, I don't want that to be going on. And that's why we've got this new thing happening where people are getting moderated a bit more and people are getting pissed off, and it's like, that's going to take some time to adjust to. And then we'll probably adjust back to a point where you still got a bit of leeway, but, you can't, I don't know, post this meme or call someone a nagger, for example.
I will put money on it. In 6 months, Spicy Chat won't exist.
How much money?
I'll put $100 on it. Who am I betting with?
Done.
Who's that?
DK.
Who is that? DK. I'll give you $100 if it's there in 6 months.
Gotcha.
That'll be sad if it's gone, honestly, because there's no reason for it to be fucking banned. And like honestly, most of the opinions that are in there are fucking not even remotely
Like
what
90% just Destiny talking point repeaters. That's like half the chat is like just like omnilibs. Like it's not some racist. Well, I mean, depending on what you think racist is, like a hive of like horrific views. It's just a few people.
Is that what I said it was, or what?
But that's how you're trying to paint it, yeah.
And you guys really can't understand the argument. I said on the outside looking in, it seems like a safe space for borderline bigots. It's very like. Did you not hear the outside looking in part, or what are you just ignoring that? Like, holy shit!
Wait, why do we care about the outside?
Yeah, let's go to the inside.
No, wait, DK, come on. You've got to understand that. You've got to understand why.
Maybe you can explain. Chud, maybe you can explain. Yeah.
Well, okay, so like for example, right? Let's say that there was a screenshot from Spicy Chat and it was like of a particularly egregious thing that was said. And that gets spread around on Twitter and that's, linked to me in some way. That could negatively impact people's perceptions of me. If it was really bad.
If something like that happened, it would bring a lot of people as well.
Well, yeah, but what kind of people are we bringing?
The same kind of people that you bring when you make the fucking
Vietnamese accent
Asian memes on stream, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I suppose it depends what we're talking about, because like the blackface meme, I appreciate there's people that are going to come that maybe have got the wrong idea.
I think it's just going to bring a bunch of, like we said, DGG-esque people. I don't think it's going to bring all these fucking rightoids over to the server.
I mean, I don't mind rightoids.
It doesn't seem to be the case that, like, it doesn't seem to be the case that a bunch of like Nick Fuentes fans are coming to hang out in Spicy Chat. Everyone seems pretty.
They don't have to be Nick Fuentes fans. Okay, we can go inside and look. So
I want to hear from Jellicoe.
When we look inside,
I'm not talking to you right now, buddy.
Please. When we go on the inside and we look at what Spicy Chat is, what it seems to be is not really a hotbed of like Nick Fuentes posters posting a whole bunch of greedy merchants or whatever. But it is a pretty toxic environment where when you're allowing like all this like misogyny and people calling people like Indian shit streeters and pink names and using the K word, like this becomes a really hostile environment toward I'm being soy, I don't care. It becomes a hostile environment toward more marginalized people. And it's really nice and great that white cis men can be like, oh, I don't care, it's just edgy. But it doesn't become really, I mean, it doesn't have to be a safe space, but it becomes a really hostile environment where they don't feel like they're being welcomed,
Do you feel welcome there, Jellicle?
Yeah, I do.
That's the thing. I think
I
we
don't
need
feel
data.
I don't feel welcomed when a chatter who is from the same country as me in the Middle East is called a terrorist. I don't feel welcomed when he does that.
So
Yeah,
you're
who's
talking
the
about
You
guy?
have
Twitch
a
chat
problem,
now, or are you talking about Discord?
Jellicle, if you
Hi,
have a
Rhyzohm,
problem with
yeah.
something that somebody posts and you feel like it's homophobic, do you feel comfortable bringing that up in spicy chat, or do you feel like you're just going to get called soy and told to shut up?
Well, I do feel comfortable bringing it up because I don't really care what these idiots say because they're literally junior high level children.
Okay,
Like
yeah, but is it both then? So it's both then, basically.
it's pretty much both. Like I'm okay bringing it up because of my relationship with these people, but like for example, I'm not going to name names, but there was someone who felt so personally attacked by, you know, a bit of maybe their suicidal history that they had to leave the server because they felt so, just upset by it. Like,
Just like to
I
clarify,
get that we can be spicy and
that's because I said someone that
Go
they
ahead.
were on suicide watch, which is like the most milquetoast. Like you can post that anywhere. Oh, you're on suicide watch. Some X is on suicide watch. That goes everywhere in every chat, no matter where. So that person is just a pussy.
but you
And they're in chat
targeted
then.
it toward a specific person, and if they have a history of that, obviously they're going to feel upset by it, and it's going to feel like a hostile
I don't
environment. They're
know
going to
anything
leave.
about that person's history.
Well, I don't think you should at least be a little bit thoughtful
I
when you're
don't think I
posting to
should.
people.
That's kind of like
Yeah,
spicy
but I
chat,
don't,
right?
yeah, that's the whole point of spicy chat is you can be a little bit less thoughtful. Like,
More
I mean, he's
toxic,
not telling
yeah.
that person to kill themselves. I think
I
there's
Well,
think the
okay, you can
important
be
thing.
less thoughtful, but then that's the environment you're fostering, where you're telling people, "Listen, we're going to be as vitriolic to you as we can, and you're just going to have to put up with it." But like,
Well,
that's
one of the
that's
one
when
of
you
the
when you
one of
have
the
that
reasons.
environment,
That's
it
not-
tends
in general.
toward protecting what like the hegemonic identity, which is white cis men.
Okay, so right. Listen.
I mean, it's true. Why are you groaning?
And
wait,
you
wait,
guys are
wait.
giggling, but literally the two minority identities in here are the ones voicing dissent.
Didn't ask. Also, you have no idea if any of these people are white or anything else, so don't say that.
You are painfully white, DK. It's so obvious.
I mean, I'm
a
not white,
Jew,
but
so I'm
good one.
POC.
Okay,
Just
right.
want
Let's
that
I
on
think
the
it's
record.
important to
Right.
listen to those voices, and so have those people make sure that those people know that they can speak up, and if they're not comfortable talking to DK, they can go straight to Chud, can't they?
Yeah, that
And
is
so
a
then
and,
Chud can.
people have come to me and said, and yeah, look, listen, me and DK have disagreements about stuff, and from the outside looking, obviously, I'm not going to fucking bring DK on a stream and berate him in front of everyone. That would be like super unprofessional. But there's times when I've talked to him privately and been like, look, this, that, and the other, and been harsh and said my feelings about something, so it's not like DK just gets like a free ride. No, he can do whatever he wants. I've given him responsibility to deal with the server. If people have got an issue with how he moderates something, you can come to me and I'll have a chat with him if I think that something's wrong or out of line or something like that, and we'll have a conversation about it. Yeah. But
That's
to
it.
respond, sorry, go on.
I'll just say you can't keep everyone, and we can hypothetically worry about people who come in and then are scared off by reading stuff that they feel makes them feel uncomfortable. But I think you've got to worry more about the people who are willing to actually come and speak a bit, and then become an actual member of the community, and then are scared off, and then hopefully they would be confident enough to speak to you guys. I mean, I'm speaking as someone who loves this community, Rhyzome's community, which is their VC is a smaller, tight knit, cozy, and not so erudite. Who doesn't have a spicy chat, but you might be surprised to hear that is actually in some ways spicier than yours chat in some ways. In terms of people can use the R word and stuff sometimes, and it's. But we don't break it up into spice chat or not. It's just a problem with all Discords, particularly ones in Twitch poll. You're going to have spicy people. You're going to have and some people who aren't comfortable with it, and just deal with it as it comes. I'm not sure it's reached the point where you need to smash down your Discord and reform it in a new structure.
Well, the other thing as well, because I appreciate, I don't want people to be wandering in there, not really understanding the culture.
Welcome
and then,
to Chud Nation.
they're told like,
Stylo
oh,
Miley
fuck you,
gifted a
suicide,
tier 1
da-da-da.
sub to
Like, yeah, I don't want
Rowan
people to do that, so that's why we've got to opt
They
in.
have
So
given
people,
15 gift subs in the channel.
thank you very much for the sub, appreciate that. That's why people now are a bit more, told, like, opt in if you want to join, so you don't end up wandering in and then, you get a bunch of shit thrown at you. Because, obviously, I don't want people to be put off by that. So it's more of an opt-in thing. And then This is still like a kink we're kind of working out, I guess, because I don't know if it's how much has been used yet, but it's also the idea that if someone is in spicy chat and they're just agitated by the very thing that it is, it's like, well, you're probably not really. It's probably no good to have you in here. So just go and use the rest of the server. If it's like just minor things, like if they're frustrated because someone's being rude to them, not even using a slur or something like that, but like being rude to them, then yeah, that probably isn't really the space for you because it's meant to be a bit more toxic, I guess you could say.
Yeah, you could join the lib zone with Kim and Pronin.
I mean, yeah, actually, that's a good point. We've got a part of the Discord which is like current affairs, and that's quite active from a few members who just talk about current affairs all the time, very respectfully, sharing stuff backwards and forwards about Ukraine, Russia. So there are some other parts of the Discord that are still pretty active with stuff. But that particular part, I think, has attracted some interest. And I think that whilst I appreciate like the idea of the branding thing, I do think that it's kind of offering something that other servers aren't. Because if you look at even Destiny's server, it's a lot more restrictive. Than that, so I think maybe there's a benefit in that, but
that is a big part of branding.
But it needs to be moderated, and we need to make sure people aren't pushing it too far. And obviously, people like Queeman are going to get annoyed with me, and I accept that because they're an edgelord, and that's fine. And there's going to be a push and pull there, but it's like just trying to find that balance, I guess. But Rhyzohm, listen, I love you, mate, and I'm not like trying to have a go at you. I know I got a bit heated.
I gotta be real. There are some chatters I'm losing some straight up respect for right now. Like literally just calling me soy.
DK, shush. Go on, Rhyzohm.
Literally just calling me soy over and over again because I'm like voicing concerns that you guys share and also voice. And when I just mentioned the word minority, like it's just so lame, dude. Like the space you're creating, I appreciate for the irony and the absurdity, but it is so fucking lame. It has so much loser fucking energy. People who just don't give a fuck about others, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, sure, there's going to be people that are like that.
Yeah, I mean, like for real though, like there's a decent portion. It is
the chatters call everyone soy if they come on and disagree with Chud.
Do you think I don't know that?
I don't know, but some reason you're crying about it like it's a special thing about you.
What am I crying
You're
about?
losing respect for them. No one fucking cares if people are losing respect for you.
What? No,
I'm literally just disappointed, dog. Like I don't understand
shut
the
up,
point.
Man.
No, DK, why?
No one cares if you're disappointed. It's not your community.
Why are you going so
because
hard
it was
on
rude to
Rhyzohm
me.
for?
This is the head of your community, and I had a disagreement. This is who you have as the leader of your
because
community.
I came in, I had a disagreement with him, and he continually told me to shut the fuck up. Like I'm trying to have a conversation.
Okay.
You realize that I've followed Chud since like January 2020. I've been a member of this community for 2 fucking years.
You've been crying about it ever since.
I haven't.
No, he hasn't.
I'm like one of Chud's closest collaborators. Like I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I mean, there are clips of you crying about his community, saying you don't want to take part in it anymore, but you're here every day.
When? Where? What are you talking about? The only thing that I've said is I don't like.
I can go grab it
because they get too hot. You can go grab it all you want.
Yeah, let's see those receipts.
I mean, me and Rhyzohm have kind of spoken about that since, and I don't know if it's necessary to
Sure. I mean, I appreciate that you are in his community, but I don't think anyone cares.
Why are you so heated? I don't. Is it just because Rhyzohm's?
Because I'm being soy. That's it.
Because he made dumb fucking points about branding, and it annoyed me. That's why.
Literally,
I feel like a streamer should probably know better than that.
But that's no reason to be heated, is it?
Like, yeah, but then he acted like I was the fucking idiot for saying it. And then
I mean, maybe it's the way you said it.
Who's
Did
the
you
one
think about
crying then? DK, who's the one crying then for real?
I'm trying to fucking bring some.
I mean, you calm down.
Oh my god,
Chud, Jesus, man.
I'm trying to fucking calm things down, and you two are just.
I don't care.
Still.
This is content.
I haven't had a chance to fight with anyone. I keep getting told to shut up every time. Let me talk.
Okay, right. Say your piece. What have you got to say, mate? Come on.
I think the branding show is super fucking dumb. It's like, for some reason, he thinks branding is just this broad thing that applies to everyone equally. Or Chud has a different kind of branding than you do. Whenever Chud says something racist, he gets more viewers. Whenever you add some random animation to your stream, you get new viewers. It's totally different. The way you guys brand your streams is completely different. The reason people watch you is totally different.
Okay, first of all, obviously. Second of all, there's more.
Not obvious.
Why is edginess? Is edginess because a lot of people appreciate it and like it, Or is edginess because it's controversial and something that's tough to have around and facilitate
I mean,
properly?
literally, it can be both. A lot of people do like it.
Okay. Do you think Chud's
Really?
brand is going to have more success if it leans as hard as possible into the edginess like Mr. Girl? Or is it going to have more success if it tries to balance the edginess like Destiny?
Oh, probably the latter. Yeah.
Okay. Then we agree, dumbass.
I don't think we do, because you're telling him not to be edgy. You're telling him not to foster an edgy community. That was the whole point of what you were
Talking about
saying earlier.
how I did not say don't have it.
I mean,
I guess
your whole point was sorting out about people being too edgy, fostering an edgy community.
Good point. Yeah, I was soy, dude. You owned me, dog. Ouch. I'm gonna go cry about it.
I mean, I used the word soy,
good
but
argument,
that wasn't
dude.
my entire point. I made an argument. I used the word soy. You can interact with the argument as well. Or you can just keep crying about getting called soy by everyone.
Can we describe soy? What does it mean to be soy?
Well, no, I was just going to say that my interpretation when you came in, Rhyzohm, when you said what's the point of it, it did suggest to me that you were suggesting I should get rid of it. If I've got that wrong, fair enough. But the implication I got initially, at least, was that you were saying this is just a pointless thing. You also said it's going to be deleted in 6 months. So I thought
I might not see the point of it. You can tell me the point, but the deletion in 6 months is because I don't think you're going to find the balance.
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
Point is that he has an edgy community, and there should be a place where those people can come together and be active. Because the more active people are, the more it fosters more people joining and more people being active. This is community building 101.
Yeah, I think the bigger issue is less about the edge and more that there's like no point to a lot of it. Because when you just have people responding to everything that a woman says with, oh, pink name moment, oh, pink name's acting up, it's like, okay, sure, maybe that's
hang on a
edgy, but,
second.
like, what's the point?
Hang on a second. Listen, I might be embarrassing DK a bit here, but in that meeting, it was actually DK that said that some of the misogyny goes too far sometimes. So, like, you know,
I did say that.
Like, you know,
I don't think that's edginess. I think that's just dumb. I don't see that as the same as the kind of edgy memes that other people are posting.
So when you don't like it, it's not really edgy, but when you do like it, it is edgy and it's great and based.
What, bro? All right, take a back seat. I'm sorry.
Why?
Wait,
I don't know how to answer that question.
Right.
That's not even close to what I said.
So
that's basically what you said, almost verbatim.
Look, I've got someone here that's an expert.
I like all
Jeff,
of it.
wait, Jeff Holiday's here, and he's an expert in communities turn into Nazis and shit. So please, Jeff, go on.
Yes, I am, absolutely. Look, man, so I've been kicking back. I've been kicking back a little bit. I've been listening to this whole fucking thing, and I gotta be honest with you, the shit that I just heard, like, maybe, I don't know, 60, 90 seconds ago, was DK basically saying, like, he needs a safe space to be fucking edgy in a Discord. I'm sorry, man. Like, your fucking reasoning for this is dumb. You just want a fucking edgy place to post some shitty memes and shit like that? Go find a fucking anime Discord or some shit. Go.
I'm not one of the people who does this. You know nothing about the topic. Why are you even here?
Because you're fucking being obnoxious about this shit. You're whining because you're like, oh, the branding is gonna be hurt. You don't like the fact that people are talking about branding.
That's literally what
this is a fucking. Just shut the fuck up. This is what the fucking business is. Rhyzohm knows that. So does Chud. So does anybody who's like grinding this kind of shit. Branding is important, specifically, motherfucker, because if you have your brand collapse, people stop fucking listening to you, and what you're trying to get accomplished
I just
is not going to happen.
You know, you just said I'm soying about branding, and then talked about how important branding is.
Yeah, so because you don't fucking understand. Because you're a stupid kid.
He's saying you're acting like it's insignificant. He's saying you're acting like it's insignificant when everybody who's worth their salt, their weight in salt in here,
I just
say something about
explained
it.
how
or gold or whatever the
branding
fucking
is.
Cliche is.
You just have different branding.
No. You don't quite understand what you're talking about when you're talking about the branding sort of shit. You're talking about this immediacy. You're talking about what this immediacy is going to be for the type of community to try and get people in. Long-term kind of shit, this stuff does actually have an impact. And I think Rhyzohm's right. Eventually, this is going to be a fucking drama bomb. It's going to be a huge fucking thing. It's going to be a problem. The person that's going to end up having to eat shit for this isn't you. Isn't anybody posting these stupid fucking memes and shit? It's going to be Chud. That's it. I don't give a fuck if you're edgy and shit. I don't give a fuck who the fuck you are either. You demonstrated through this whole
You have no idea
conversation
what connection
how
happened.
fucking obnoxious you are. It's like it makes no sense. You don't know what you're talking about.
Look,
So like,
DK,
sure, maybe some people are being fucking soy and whatnot. I'm only on this shit because there's a very basic business decision to be made. It's a cost-benefit analysis Chud's gonna have to do, and the only person who's gonna be responsible for it at the end of the day is Chud. You're worried about people being able to express themselves by dropping fucking. Who gives a fuck?
I don't care about that at all.
It's just annoying. It's annoying and it's stupid. It's a dumb.
You don't care about
argument.
Chud's success at all.
Yeah,
what?
are you aware
No, he
that
doesn't-
DK
yeah, he
is
doesn't
runs
care.
half
People,
of his
I don't
brand?
care about people being. Holy fuck! I don't care about
And
people
if
being able
Chud
to
goes
post
down,
edgy-
You're his
DK's
head
online.
mod,
Oh my god, what is going on? Right.
Anyway,
I care
you're
about-
let
gonna-
the
DK
only reason
respond.
I care. The only reason I care about people having this space is because this is the kind of community that Chud has, and he
Oh
should
my
foster
god,
that
touch
community.
some fucking grass. What the fuck, dude? Go find a boob and
Okay,
squeeze
wait,
it. What
wait.
the fuck? Shut up.
Wait.
What?
Okay.
Oh my god, I need a community so I can have a safe space to post my
Wait,
fucking
wait.
N-bomb memes. Shut
You know,
the
I
fuck
don't
up.
post that shit.
Oh
That's
my
not
god,
why I'm here
Chud,
arguing
listen,
this.
Chud. Look, very, very simple. Get some real good fucking moderators and either moderate the shit out of it or fucking nuke it. Otherwise, it's not worth dealing with. It's a
It is
fucking
being
pain in the
moderated,
ass.
you fucking moron.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's working out right now. So maybe it's still not a good idea.
It was
I don't know.
changed like
That's
4
up-
days ago. You know
No, look,
nothing
it's-
about this subject.
I don't
You
DK,
fucking
you
want
can
care
still
either.
leave the
Like,
100
I'm
in
not-
the
want
Streamlabs
attention.
link, all right?
Look,
I got you
it's
there,
as simple as that. I said my piece. Rhyzohm is right. Chud's fucking awesome. Love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye bye.
Thanks for it. Catch you later. Bye.
Bye, Jeff.
Oh my
Who's
god, that was great.
I
That
tried
was
to,
great.
he got away before I could say it, but he is an expert in brands collapsing. He's only got 10% active subscribers, but there you go.
Oh my god. Well, I think the
Is he?
reason that one of the things is obviously Jeff was doing the skeptic stuff, right? And then a bunch of them turned into Nazis, and it kind of fucked the whole thing up. But I think Jeff's doing okay.
Cautionary tale.
on the pulse of the fucking brand collapsing.
Wait, he's doing okay. He has 100k subs, and he gets 2k views, 1k, 2k, 3k.
Oh my god,
1.5K.
DK, you're unreal.
He's not here to defend
Chuck,
himself. That's
The
not
thing is, these are the people who are trying to tell me about branding and about building a community. When like I've done it and I've done it better, and I currently
Okay.
do it better.
Right, listen, I just think it's worth pointing out. Obviously, I don't know if Jeff knew that you're my editor, but
Yeah,
obviously,
clearly not.
like DK does take like you know, a lead from my perspective. If I said to DK, right, mate, listen, all this edgy stuff's too much. We need to go super clean. Like, yeah, presumably, that's kind of what would happen. I'd imagine.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course,
DK, you can tell me
of
if
course.
I'm if I'm wrong, but if you'd be like, no, fuck that, we're going to keep being edgy. But if it was like that's the way the wind turned and we went that way.
I mean, I would probably debate you on it at the time, but at the end of the day, of course, it's your decision. But like, I don't think anything particularly awful has happened. I don't think anything particularly awful is coming. I think that nothing has really changed for the past, like, I don't know, however many months Spicy has been a thing, or before that even. I think it's pretty much all the same. I think we're talking about it now because moderation has been a particular focus of the past few weeks. But I really don't see this heading. I don't think this is going to be like a hotbed for Nazi behavior in a few months.
That's not what anyone is saying.
But do you agree that Rhyzohm has, you know, has at least got a valid concern in some way?
Well, let's
If-
make
if
sure
you-
that my point is not. I think
not
it's
really.
going to be a hotbed for Nazi behavior. That's my point. My point is exactly Jeff's point, that it's going to hurt Chud in the long run. It has the potential to hurt Chud more than help Chud. That's
In
been my
what
entire
way?
point.
You think people aren't going
Chud
to come?
even said it. If somebody
watch?
takes a screenshot, post it. We're going to rehash it.
Dude, he had a top LSF post of him doing a horrible Viet accent, and he got a boost from it. What is this bullshit?
Oh, so that
about?
means nothing can go wrong. Got it.
I mean, nothing. It doesn't mean nothing can go wrong, but I mean, obviously, stuff like that isn't immediately just going to tank his career.
It has the potential to, and that's
I mean,
the
everything
concern
has
that
the
Jeff
potential to.
echoed as well.
I mean, if
No,
the
not
wrong
everything
person
does. What are
dug
you
up their
talking
groomer
about?
logs and popped that off again, it's going to hurt.
That's
his career.
already happened.
Yeah.
That
And the server's
happens
already
frequently.
edgy.
Okay,
Let's be
Chud,
honest,
what do you
it's
think
far-
about it? I want to know where you're at, dude, to be honest. I don't give a fuck where DK's at.
Okay, I think that my perspective on it is like looking.
Wait,
back,
hold on, Chud. I'm sorry. Why are you here then? Why don't you have a 1v1 conversation with him later? Why do you
I'm
want a
here
panel
because
about it if
I
you don't
care
care
about
what
what
anyone
Chud
else
thinks
has to
about
say?
it.
Well, wait, I think
Well, then
Rhyzohm
talk to
just
him
topped
1v1
into-
about it later.
Okay, just DK, can we just chill a bit, man? Come on, like I want to just respond.
Yeah, I'm the one who has to chill every time he says some
Dude, you've been
dumbass shit.
hot.
Go for it.
You've been hot the entire time, dog.
Yeah, because you opened with some retarded ass shit.
You're just on the defense because you just want to post some borderline edgy
You
ass shit.
don't
Oh my
post that
God.
shit,
Okay,
you fucking
look,
retard.
slow down.
I'm not the one who's
okay?
doing it.
Let me just respond to Rhyzom's point, okay? I think that when it was set up, there was a particular thing I had in mind, and I think that there's some things I've seen which I'm a bit concerned about, and I just want to rein back in a little bit. And I'm kind of facilitating the team to do that, right? We've got a thing in place where moderators can make a decision. If there's and they talk to each other about what is right and what is wrong in the mod chat. If they feel that they don't know what to do, they'll go to DK. If people don't like DK's decision, they can come to me. As it stands, I'm a little bit more soy on this than DK is, so that's the balance there. Eventually, it might be that I say, right, I want someone else to step up in the future that's going to kind of counteract DK's perspective on it if I take even more of a step back from the server. But for now, I think it can be managed, and I'm going to monitor it and see what happens.
Welcome to Chud Nation.
That basically is where I am. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
I think you're a fucking pussy, Chud.
Why?
All right, I will see you guys.
Okay,
Aw.
thanks, Rhyzohm.
Bye,
Thanks for letting me
Rhyzohm.
know.
Yeah, take it easy.